Doctor. The topic of our presentation today is analyzing the impact of laptop components pricing, and the presentation is brought to you by myself, Sharvindran, Ilin Murugan, and also Rashuri Aranya. In total, we have three objectives, and the first one is to investigate how individual components such as processor, GPU, RAM, storage, and etc. influence the overall pricing of the laptop itself. The second objective, identify which components contribute the most to the variation in laptop prices, and the final objective is to explore the potential trade-offs between different components and the impact on the pricing. Next, we'll be talking about data preparation. So data preparation is essentially the process of preparing raw data so that it can be used for further processing and analysis. Firstly, let's understand the dataset. The dataset that we used contains 992 rows and 22 columns. Each row represents a different laptop model, and each column represents a different attribute of the laptop. Next, the data types. The dataset contains both numerical and textual data. There are 12 numerical data such as price, rating, number of cores, number of threads, and etc. and 9 textual attributes such as brand, model, processor, and etc. The third one, missing values. There are 18 instances where the year of warranty has no information. These missing values need to be handled appropriately, perhaps by replacing them with 0 and using the imputation methods. Next, data transformation. Depending on the analysis we plan to use, we might need to transform the data. For example, we convert the categorical data into numerical data or normalized numerical data to bring all variables to a similar scale. Next, feature engineering. Creating new features that might be relevant to our analysis. For example, we could create a price to performance ratio or value score based on the multiple parameters. Finally, we have data reduction. If there are highly correlated variables, we might consider reducing dimensionality to simplify the data set while retaining its essential features. Now, we will move on to data normalization. Data normalization is the process of organizing data in such a way as to fit it into a specific range or standard forms. Firstly, understanding the dataset. The dataset contains laptop models from Acer with various attributes and various other brands also. Each attribute represents a different aspect of the laptop such as brand, model, price, and rating, and many other more. Next, the need for normalization. The data ranges from different attributes very widely. For example, the price ranges from rupees 9,800 to rupees 454,490, while the rating ranges from 24 to 89. Such wide ranges can lead to difficulties in analysis, particularly for algorithms in analysis that are sensitive to the scale of the data. Next, the normalization process itself. In this dataset, normalization has been applied to various attributes, bringing their values into a compatible range. For example, the normalized price now ranges from 0.07 to 0.15, and the normalized rating ranges from 0.55 to 0.62. Next, the benefits of normalization. Normalization makes the dataset easier to work with, improves the performance of machine learning algorithms, removes distortion caused by extreme values, and helps in comparing variables on different scales. Finally, we have post-normalization analysis. After normalization, it is easy to identify patterns and relationships between different attributes. For example, we now can compare the relationship between the price and rating, or between the number of cores and the number of threads.
Good evening everyone, my name is Lanchilan, and today I'm going to talk about the investigation of how individual components such as processor, GPU, RAM, storage, display and warranty influence the overall pricing of laptops using correlation. But before that, let me explain what correlation is. Correlation is used for spotting pattern within dataset. A positive correlation result means that the both variables increase in relation to each other, while a negative correlation means that as one variable decreased, the other increased. Firstly, we will be looking at RAM memory. The amount of RAM memory has also a strong positive correlation with the price 0.633. More RAM allows the laptop to run more applications at the same time without slowing down, which is a desirable feature. Next up is storage. For storage, we have primary storage type, primary storage capacity, secondary storage type, secondary storage capacity. The type and capacity of storage have varying degrees of correlation with the price. Primary storage capacity has also strong positive correlation, which is 0.636, meaning larger primary storage drive tend to increase the price. The type of primary and secondary storage, whether it's SSD or HDD, also influence the price, but to a lesser extent. Next, we'll be looking at the touchscreen with the East touchscreen. The presence of touchscreen has a small positive correlation with a price of 0.1 to 1. This suggests that while touchscreens might increase the price, the effect is not as strong as other components like the processor or RAM. Furthermore, we'll be looking at processor with num cores and num threads. The number of cores and threads in a processor have a strong positive correlation with the price 0.724 and 0.719. This means that laptops with more cores and threads tend to be more expensive. This is likely because more cores and threads can process more tasks simultaneously, improving the laptop's performance. Next will be the display with the display size, resolution width, resolution height. The size and resolution of the display have a moderate positive correlation with the price of 0.211 for size and 0.640 for width and also 0.622 for height. Higher resolution displays are typically more expensive and larger screens can also increase the price. Lastly, we'll be looking at the warranty with year of warranty. The length of the warranty has a weak positive correlation with the price of 0.129. Longer warranties might increase the price slightly, possibly because they offer more protection for the buyer. From our findings, we get to know that for processor, more cores and threads in a processor are associated with a higher price, likely due to improved performance. And for RAM memory, more RAM, which allows for simultaneous application, is associated with a higher price. For storage, larger primary storage drives increase the price. The type of primary and secondary storage also influence the price, but less so. And for the display, larger and higher resolution display are associated with a higher price. For touchscreen, the presence of a touchscreen slightly increase the price, and for a warranty, longer warranties slightly increase the price, possibly due to increased buyer protection. From our insights, we get to know that performance-related components such as the processor and RAM have a strong influence on price. Next, storage capacity is more influential on price than storage type. Furthermore, we found that display characteristics moderately influence price, and touchscreen and warranty length have a smaller impacts on price. In conclusion, we can know that balancing performance and cost is the key for laptop pricing. Storage capacity could be a cost-effective way to increase price. Display improvement could be marketed as premium feature, and touchscreen and extended warranty could be offered as optional extras.
Hi, my name is Rashiriania. My student ID is 21000907. I will be talking about the correlation for identifying which components contribute the most to the variance in laptop prices. First, you can see the graph of number cores and number threads, which is the processor. The number cores and number threads in processor have a strong positive correlation with a price of 0.724 and 0.179. This suggests that as the number of cores and threads increase, the price of the laptop also tend to increase. Furthermore, the next correlation graph will be the RAM memory. The RAM memory has a strong positive correlation with a price of 0.633. This indicates the laptop with a more or the bigger RAM memory is generally more expensive. Moreover, the storage, we choose the primary storage capacity. The capacity of primary storage has the strong positive correlation with the price of 0.636. This suggests the laptops with a larger primary storage device are more expensive than the secondary storage drive. Finally, For the display, which is resolution width and resolution height, the width and height display the resolution of a moderate positive correlation with a price of 0.64 and 0.622. This indicates the laptop will with higher resolution display more expensive laptop. Next, I will be presenting the finding, insight and conclusion for the identifying which component contribute the most variant in laptop prices. For the findings, number of cores and threads, which is the processor, and the amount of RAM memory, the capacity of the primary storage, and the width and height of display resolution all contributed the variant in laptop prices. More core threads, RAM memory, capacity, and higher resolution display are associated with higher prices in laptop. For the insight, processor, RAM memory, and primary storage capacity have a strong influence on price. They are the key factors in laptop pricing. The display resolution has a moderate influence, suggesting the visual quality is the almost important but might be not the primary consideration for all the buyers. In conclusion, to different market segments, manufacturers could offer a range of performance, storage, and display quality. High performance laptops with large storage and high resolution display could be marketed as the premium products, while more affordable option could have the lower spec or features. Next, I will be presenting the objective of explore potential trends of between the different components on their impact on pricing. So, what is regression? Regression is used to predict the value of one variable, which is the dependent variable, based on the value of one or more other variables in the independent variables. It provides a model that describes the relations between the variables and can be used to make predictions. In this case, be interested in exploring trades-off between the different components and their impact on pricing. So we think that regression will be more appropriate. This is because regression can provide a model that describes how changes in components in independent variable are associated with changes in pricing in the dependent variable. From the regression output that we provided, it seems that number, choice, RAM memory, prime storage capacity, display size, resolution width, and resolution height have the significant positive impacts on price, while the number threads and primary storage type has the negative impacts. However, that the p-values of secondary storage type and secondary storage capacity is touchscreen and year of warranty are the greater than 0.05, suggesting that these variables are not statistically significant predictors of the price of the 5% of the significant level. Lastly, I'm going to explain about the finding, insight and conclusion for the explore potential trades between the different components and their pricing and their impact on pricing. So for the findings, it reveals several key relationships between the components of the products of this price, which is the which components like number, cores, RAM, memory, primary storage capacity, display size, resolution width, and resolution height, which has the positive impact on the price. Then and it will increase the price of the product is likely as increased as well. So on the other hand, for the number threads, primary storage type and has the significant impact on price, which is the negative impact on the price, which is indicating an increase in this component could lead to decrease the price. And for the secondary storage type, secondary storage capacity, touchscreen and year of warranty, it do not affect the price because the p-value are greater than 0.05, suggesting they were not statistically significant predictors of the price at the 5% significant level. For the insight, the factors that contributed to pricing of a product is the number of the cores, RAM memory, primary storage capacity, display size and resolution, which appear to key selling points as they are significant contribute to the price. However, an increase in the number of threads, the type of primary storage seem to reduce the price. So the result could be due to the various factors such as market demand, cost of production or technology advancement, and warrants further investigation. In conclusion, to explore the potential threats between the different components and the impact on the price, it will be beneficial to focus on the significant predictors identifying in regression model by enhancing features like number of cores, RAM memory, features, storage capacity, display size, and resolution can increase the price. Care should be taken to balance them with the number of threads and the type of primary storage to ensure the competitiveness in market. Thank you.